So why is the stock market pulling back? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. It's a question that a lot of people are asking as of right now as we retreat from 180-day highs at 14,000 for /NQ, which is the Nasdaq market. Nasdaq has a huge focus on tech, and you guys can see that it quickly pulled on back. One of the things that we have tried to prepare for, right, with the idea of not being able to predict the future, but simply trying to prepare for it. This is something that we've been expecting, or at least waiting for quite some time. And the reason we say that is literally every single time that the overall Nasdaq market hits 180-day highs, it pulls on back in some form of way. So can we say that we're surprised that it pulled on back? I wouldn't necessarily say so. And if you are asking why is it pulling on back, in very simple terms, it is simply because of how overbought the tech market has been, and due to earnings and them being not as great as anticipated, it literally looks like there's no fundamental reason on why they're pulling back other than just technicals that, again, the demand just isn't that high with a lot of these tech stocks reporting worse than anticipated earnings. Now, is this something that you should freak out about? At the end of the day, right? For all those that have been super confident about buying at these super overbought levels, one of the things that we have said is no one freaks out on pullbacks that is well balanced, right? No one that has enough money to buy right now at these lower levels is freaking out, but it's everyone that cannot tolerate pullbacks. We've said this so many times. So while everyone was buying at these overbought levels, what is something that we have been trying to simply prepare for, right? Because no one can predict anything, but simply prepare for the good deals. And look what we have going on right now, right? And one of the things that I want to share with you is just because, people begin to load up right now doesn't mean that you should as well. The Nasdaq market, again, today was one of the first major pullbacks that we have seen in quite some time, but it can easily continue to sell right back off. So for you to think that we're going to buy the dip now and only begin to pick right back up, that is also very naive for you to think, right? So the way that I want to approach this dip, right, and I feel like this is much more in a conservative way. You guys can let me know in the comment section what you guys think. The way that I am preparing for this dip is the same intent that I had as of last week. Every $10 that Tesla drops, I will load up on my position. So today, Tesla dropped an additional nearly 3%, right? It closed yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, right around 684, and it hit lows today of around 665. So because of that, or 660 if I'm not mistaken. So because of that, I'm just going to begin to buy a couple of shares. Does that mean that I'm going to go all in as of right now? No, because we do not know if Tesla's going to continue to sell right back off. So why would we put ourselves in a position to fail and have no more buying power if Tesla continues to sell off? Same thing with my Twitter position, same thing with my Netflix position, same thing with my Pinterest position, and same thing with my PTON and Spotify. Just like many of you guys, yes, I am invested in these companies, but just like I made that video last week, right? We don't know how much more something can sell off. So when we're talking about investing $10,000 each into these three stocks, I said that it was only 10% of what I planned to. So now as they present a little bit of a better deal, does that mean that I'm going to buy, $50,000 each of each one of those stocks? No, not necessarily, right? I'm still going to try to load up on these stocks that I personally see value in, but in increments that make sense to me, not approach it in a super aggressive way and hoping that the market recovers. So again, with a very simple idea of why is the market pulling on back, earnings were worse than anticipated, and as the overall Nasdaq market, literally, we've talked about this. It was consolidating for so long at that 180-day high resistance range. And now we finally give back. We allow the market to breathe, and now everyone begins to freak out. If you actually look at it, the market's only down nearly 2%, and it has a lot more to go. I really don't think it's going to pull back that aggressive, but this is why it's so important to stay prepared. It's not about buying when everyone else is encouraging you to buy at these overbought levels, but buying when the deal actually presents itself. So instead of buying 2 weeks ago when we were at 180-day highs, now there's actual deals. There's actual margin to be made up. And this is, in my opinion, when it actually makes the most sense. So I loaded up a little bit more on Tesla. I loaded up a little bit more on Twitter and all the other stocks that I plan to buy in. I did it in a way that is tasteful in a sense that I did it in increments that make sense to me and not in a super aggressive way, again, hoping that they have to recover right away. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Are you going to be someone that is going to be loading up as the market pulls on back? Or are you someone that doesn't have enough buying power to buy at those lower levels? And what can we do better next time, even on this channel? What could I do better next time in effort to prepare for pullbacks like this? Because if I'm not mistaken, every single time that I talk about the Nasdaq market, I always at least try to do my part in simply reminding you, right? We never like to tell anyone what to do because no one can predict anything, right? But we can prepare for it. So when the market is at 180-day highs and it's been consolidating there for about 1 month, right? It's not very surprising that it pulls back just a little bit. So I can't say, right, it's still a tough pill to swallow, and it would be naive for me to say anything other than that when the market pulls on back. But thinking big picture, and this is the final message that I want to leave with you guys, thinking big picture, if you're able to take advantage of the good deals in the quality stocks, you're at least able to prepare your future self for a, better future. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Don't forget to stay connected. We upload new videos every single day on our YouTube channel, and also we have a free Facebook group with the first link down below with over 311,000 members. And again, that's that first link in the description. I hope that we earned your thumbs up, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.